And we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I know it's a little bit early. Some of you will still be clicking on, but nevertheless, here we are. Today is April the 8th, and here in Florida, excuse me, I would say that it's what I would call the perfect day. There are some white, fluffy clouds in the sky. There are lots of breezes. I've no idea what the temperature is, but it's warm, but not hot. It's just beautiful. We've got these gorgeous breezes coming across the lake. And am I making you all jealous? All of you are huddled up in your coats and your boots and your winter wool is still, even though it's April, yes. So, sorry. So, before we begin, first of all, I'd like to say good morning to my spirit guide, Grey Eagle, who, as always, is standing to my right side. And I'd like to say good morning to Chris. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Rosemary.
And this is a beautiful sunny day where you are.
Much like yours, 78 degrees out.
Oh, is that what the temperature is today? I wasn't sure. Nice. So nice. Anyway, we have the doors open. The cage is fabulous. It's all fixed and tied up together, and it means that I can open all of the doors. We have these nice big sliding doors that go out onto the pool. I know. I'm making some of you jealous. I know this, but still, this is how it is, and it's just glorious. So, yesterday, I know a lot of people had the day off yesterday because we're into Easter. Yesterday was also my daughter's birthday, and as an amazing surprise, she's here with me in Florida. Can you believe it? She and my grandson are here in Florida. They are not coming on the show this morning because, well, they're in the pool or around the pool or somewhere by the pool. Who can blame them? And But it was her birthday yesterday. Came in on Thursday. Would you believe? Okay, that it took them less. It took them about 2.5 hours on the plane from New York to Florida. They came into Tampa Airport, and then from Tampa Airport to my house, which is usually the drive is about an hour and 15 minutes max. 3 hours later, we're still on the road. It took us longer to get from the airport to home than it did for them to get on a plane. There was a very nasty accident on one of the main highways. We keep our fingers crossed, sending lots and lots of healing, lots of energy, lots of good energy to all of those people who are involved in that accident. It's hard, isn't it, when you sort of you're inconvenienced yourself, but it sometimes we forget we're inconvenienced for reasons that are really not very nice. And so sending out good energy and sending out good energy to all of those people who are involved in that accident. And we hope and pray that they are all as little unscathed as possible is what we're looking for. That's what we're after. And I've got a little visitor. Hello, little visitor. Apache. Apache, come. Do you want to come say hello? Come say hello. Come on. No, he's not interested. What are you looking for? Come on. Come on, baby. Come. Come on. If only I could bend down and scoop him up, but I can't because my back is out. So that's the end of that. Oh, so anyway, so and off he runs. He's gone to find his mummy and his little boy. So anyway, so what was I saying? So yes, it's so hard when we're inconvenienced because we only think about ourselves as we're going along. Can you believe this? This is awful. Oh gosh, blah blah blah. But yet, in the meantime, there are people who are really suffering and hurting, and we don't want that either. So we were inconvenienced slightly. We keep our fingers crossed that the people involved in the accident were not too badly inconvenienced either. Now, let's see. So it's Easter. So, um, how many of you are having the Easter Bunny come on Sunday? I mean, it is a question. I always like to have a treasure hunt, an Easter hunt. Whether we will this week, this year or not, is anybody's guess. We don't quite know whether the Easter Bunny is coming or not. He is really. Anyway. So I'd love to know what you all do for Easter. I know if you read my newsletter, I know that if you read my newsletter, you know that Easter for me is a time of remembering, a time of honoring Christ. It's a time of remembering my roots, my Christian roots. But as we get older, we maybe grow up in in a family that worships um, one or is involved with one religion. I use the word religion loosely. I think it's the most misused words in the dictionary. I hate religion because religion means something different to everybody. But that doesn't mean that as you grow older and you grow wiser and you develop, and I have personally sort of investigated, let's say, or read about the Buddhist religion. I remember doing a piece at school about Buddhism, and I was fascinated by the Buddhist faith. And there are so many different uh, belief systems these days. And, I think anyone who says, no, mine is the right way, everybody else is wrong, mine is the right way, I think the people who say that are very narrow minded, because I do remember Christ being quoted once as saying, "In my Father's house are many mansions." And that to me means there are many ways to believe. There are many ways to have faith. There are many ways to worship. There are many ways to honor the faith that you have. And just because I was brought up in the Christian faith, and just because I totally know that Jesus Christ is my friend, and guide and helper, especially when I'm doing my healing work, um, that doesn't mean that I discount other religious beliefs. It doesn't mean that I discount other faiths, because I think what we should do is take a look at them all, take the best of them all, and discard those bits that we don't like or are not for us. I'd love to hear your views and opinions on that. And because it is Easter, I know that Saturday is usually a story time, but I would like us to have a bit of a discussion if we can. I know we missed Thursday. We were going to do something on Thursday morning, but unfortunately, I was not available because I had to go pick up my daughter unexpectedly. Um, but I would let's have a discussion. I'd love to hear what you all do for Easter, and I would love to hear, your faiths, your beliefs, or whatever it is, and however it is that you celebrate. We celebrate Easter Sunday with, obviously good food, and always good food. Um, but we also celebrate. We're going off on a little trek this Sunday. Just Samantha, Reese, and I. We're going to be just the three of us going on a little trek. I can't say too much, but there we are. And do you spend it with you? Do you all spend it with your family? Those of you who don't have family, what do you do for Easter? There are lots of children's homes who would love to have visitors at Easter. There are lots of children's hospitals that would love to have visitors over Easter and on Easter Sunday. And I know that many hospitals and many children's homes welcome people to come in and maybe read to the kids or play with the kids, or just be there visiting with the kids. So if you are on your own, if you're feeling I don't have any family and poor me, don't feel poor me. Go find somebody else who doesn't have a family and join together with them. All right, Chris, is there anybody there?
Yeah, we have people that have logged on. Eric and Barb and Annika and Maggie, they're all saying hello, happy Saturday. Bill and Cynthia from Vermont is saying hello, wondering how you are.
Oh,
And
all right. Well, I'm great. I can't move very well. My back is keeps seizing up. How are you guys? Is what I want to know. I mean, let me know how you are. I want to know how all of you are, and so sort of think about a story that you might have for me, an Easter story even that you might have for me. You know, I can remember when I was a kid growing up, um, we had in England, we usually have those really big, giant chocolate eggs. When I was growing up, we did not have any of that. We didn't really celebrate Easter in my house. It was just Easter Sunday, and then that was it. But I do remember my oldest brother one year. There were four of us girls. He bought the four of us an Easter egg each. And my mother, tantalizing us, I think, she put the Easter eggs on top of the wardrobe so you could lie in bed and you could look at them and you could see them, but you knew you couldn't have them till Sunday. But that was the only time we ever had Easter eggs or chocolate of any kind at Easter when I was a kid growing up. But we've always made special thing for Samantha. Unfortunately, with Samantha, her birthday often falls on Easter, so we'd have birthday parties for Samantha every year when she was a kid. And every mother would bring her a chocolate Easter egg. You know how you bring a small gift for the kid whose birthday it is. I can remember she would have Easter eggs. I'd invite 20 kids, and very often there'd be 20 Easter eggs. I just wanted to say, doesn't anybody have any imagination here? What do people think we're going to do with 20 Easter eggs? Well, we did eat them, but anyway. So the poor kid would often get Easter eggs instead of whatever, a colouring book or crayons or whatever. Um, I suppose it's the same for kids whose birthdays on Christmas, isn't it? You have to make a special birthday time and a special Christmas time. But anyway, so I'd love to know your stories. We did not celebrate Easter. My oldest brother just one year bought us an Easter egg, and we thought that was amazing. I would have been about maybe 11 or 12 at the time. And I can remember us sort of just looking at these Easter eggs that he bought us, and they were in a box. The egg was about that big, and they were in a box this big, and oh, we'd never seen anything like it. Now, everybody gets all that stuff, and it's the norm, isn't it? It's part of what we do. So, all right. So let's have questions, comments, and anyone who's got a story or a little anecdote to tell us. I'm waiting to hear it.
Annika says, like the saying goes, there are many ways that lead to Rome. I believe there are many ways to get to heaven.
That's right. I do too. I mean, I've always believed that. I mean, I think that I'm trying to think which religion. I think it's I can't remember. There's one um, religion that is two-thirds of the world. Christianity is sort of like a little teeny piece of, the amount of Christians there are on this earth is like this much to so many other religions. And please, if you are Christian, don't be offended by what I'm saying. It happens to be a fact, but don't be offended because I'm not disparaging Christianity. Because if somebody came into my house and said to me, "Are you a Christian?" my hand would shoot up immediately, because I think to me, being Christian means believing in the fact that there was a man by the name of Jesus Christ who came to this earth, and I think he was an amazing healer. He was a very incredible man. I think he was a seer. I think he was a healer. I think he was an incredible uh, being. Imagine, I don't know how many centuries ago that he was on this earth. I should have checked that out. And here we are still talking about him. I'm not sure that there's a story or a fable, or I'm not sure. Uh, you know, I mean, I'm always amazed that it's now 26 years. If some of you remember, it was last year or the year before that we celebrated 25 years of the Eagle and the Rose. I'm amazed at that. That people still, it's still, there's people are still buying the book. People still remember me, and that to me is amazing after 25 years. And I suspect that in the next 10 or 15 years or something, as I fade away, so will whatever it is. It might linger on for some people, but I mean, can you imagine that this fabulous man, Jesus Christ, lived all these years ago, centuries ago, and we're still talking about him, and we're still honoring him, and we still, you know, value the what he gave to this earth of ours. It's amazing, really, when you think about it. So there must be something to him, is all I'm saying. And for me, there is definitely something to him because I was very fortunate when I was a kid and when I was growing up to build a relationship with him and literally have a relationship with Christ, which is as strong today, I hope, as it was all those years ago. So let's have comments, questions, anything going on.
Julia says, hello, everyone. Lots of love to you all from the Netherlands. I love the Lord Jesus. I respect everyone who has another belief. Tomorrow, my son and I will go to church for Easter.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, we will not be going to church, but we're doing something else. A church is now. Tell me, all of you, want your opinions on this, okay? So, for me, a church is a building. Um, I've been in some churches where there are people in there who are good and godly and wonderful during the service. And the minute church lets out, they race to the cars and tear down the road and trying to fight each other for who's going to be first out, who's going to be first out. And in England, we would sort of pile out of the church and go to the pub. And that doesn't mean that we're not good people. It just means that, for some people, it's they go to church and it's only necessary for them to be good for the hour of the church service, hours of the church service. I think that you can go and stand on a mountain, and there is your church, there is your place of worship. I know when I had the farm in Vermont, with my lovely Luella, you'd stand in her paradise of a place, and God was all around you, and that was an amazing church with no walls, no priest, no minister, none of that. You could just stand there and be at one with whichever faith you have. And so churches are not just buildings with walls and altars and so on. A church can be anything you want it to be. What do you all think of that? I want to hear your comments and I want to know what you're thinking. Okay, so Chris, keep going.
Cheryl says, happy Easter to you all. The Easter Bunny always found their way to our house. Sometimes my dad, quote, forgot something when
Oh,
we were on our way out and had to go back to the house to get something.
okay, all right. Well, it sounds like you had fun for Easter. We usually have our Easter hunt here at the house, and I'm telling you that Easter Bunny finds some very weird places to put things. What can I tell you? But anyway, and he leaves these little rhymes and clues all over the place, so we know exactly where to. Well, not exactly where to look. We have to work it out, which makes much more fun for the Easter hunt. So anyway, if we take some little videos, I'll try and let you share some of them. I'll probably put them on Instagram. All right, let's keep going.
Violet says, hi, Rosemary. Happy Easter.
Thank
Do
you.
you
Happy
have
Easter to you.
Do you have any Easter traditions or superstitions? In my family, we never ate meat on Good Friday, and it was bad luck to do laundry.
Oh, I never heard the laundry part. Oh dear. Well, I've ruined it then, haven't I? Did I do laundry yesterday? Actually, no, I didn't. So I won't do laundry until Monday, although I just put a pile of laundry to one side thinking I'll do that later today. Okay, maybe it's bad luck on Sunday to do the laundry. I'll use that. No, well, my tradition, as I said, when I was growing up, we didn't celebrate Easter. Nobody, we knew it was Easter, but I think Easter meant In England, and Violet, let me know if this is still true. In England, you would either take off work on Friday and Monday, or if you didn't take off Friday, you took off Monday and Tuesday. No such thing here in the States at all. A lot of people have Friday off, but as far as I'm aware, nobody has Monday off. You know, we I think we have Monday and Tuesday for the Ascension. I think Ascension Day is Monday or something. Anyway, but it's I can remember what my first Christmas here in the States. My very first Christmas was so excited because Christmas is a big thing to me, and in England, lots of people take the week off between Christmas and New Year. Or if not, you take off a few days. Of course, everyone in England has, unless you're emergency services or something, you take off Christmas Day and Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas. Um, and, you know, and if you're lucky, then you get another day after that. And as I've said, whenever I've employed people, I always gave people the whole week, Christmas to New Year, come back on the second or something of the new year. I can remember here I was, and I was all excited, and it was Christmas, and you make so many plans, and it takes so long to decorate the house, and you've got so much food and so on and so forth. And you remember, sort of we had a wonderful Christmas day, and the next day, my boyfriend at the time he got up early and he started getting dressed, and what are you doing? And he said, I'm going to work. But it's Boxing Day, but it's Christmas still. Well, and nobody has, that's it. You have Christmas Day and nothing else. I think we should work to change that in the States. And Violet, let me know if it's still the same in England, because we used to really value those days because it was a family time and it was a time to get together. And on Monday, we'd go to one side of the family for Christmas. Sorry, yeah, on one day we go to one side of the family for Christmas Day, and then the next day we go to the other side of the family for Boxing Day, and then the next day we'd have it all to ourselves or what have you. Um, there's none of that here, so I think we should lobby to have longer holidays in the States. Ooh, how successful do you think we'll be? Okay, keep going, Chris, with the comments.
Violet had responded, I think it was something to do with washing the blood from the shroud of Christ after the crucifixion for the reason
Oh,
not to do
that's
laundry.
now you've said that. Now you've said that, it rings a bell. Yes, you're right.
All right. Then the next is from Julia. My sister will come to dinner tomorrow. She recently learned she has a form of cancer for the fifth time in her life.
Oh,
I hope she will be cured this time as well. I hope everyone here has a good Easter.
well, if you send us your sister's name, we'll definitely put her in our healing book and send her healing too. And we hope you have a great, great Easter.
Lorraine says hi. Well, I'm fine and had a great visit with my sister from New York. I seen the Van Gogh immersive experience. This Wednesday, I am having my first cataract surgery, followed by another eye Thursday of next week. I'm excited because my vision is bad,
Oh,
but
great.
also nervous. Easter was celebrated earlier with family, Sunday hanging out at home. And yesterday, Good Friday, I watched on Netflix The Chosen. I loved it and had chills. It's a good portrayal of Jesus.
Oh, great. I'll watch that movie. All right. So keep going. Keep it going, everybody. Now, when you say you're having dinner, I want to know what you're eating. That's what I want to know. So I just promised Reese today. I told him we have shumai. Anybody know what shumai is? There you are. If you know what shumai is, well, you can let me know, can't you? And I probably will let you know at the end of the show. Nothing's fancy, but we're having shumai for dinner tonight. Anyway, keep going, Chris. How are we doing?
Maggie says, my parents started a tradition of hiding our baskets leaving several rhyming that would lead us to our baskets. I did this with my girls, and my grandson now enjoys it.
That sounds like my kind of thing because we do that too. And the rhyming part is so much fun. And I'm good at that. I don't know why, but I am good at that. So, well, isn't it nice to visualize all the kids going on their Easter hunt and searching for their little bits and pieces that they're going to find under the pillows, under the bed, in the oven that isn't an oven. Do you know what an oven is that isn't an oven? An oven that isn't an oven. Mm. Well, we did that last year. It turned out that it was a microwave. But it is, I have an oven that is, no, wait a minute. I have a microphone. Wait, do this again. I have a microwave that also is an oven. You see, an oven that isn't an oven. Keep going, Chris.
Violet says, I believe the Anglo Saxons had a festival at this time of the year, a celebration of their goddess of spring, who was called, I'm not going to pronounce this, Eostral. She had a magic hair which laid eggs.
Oh, I have to check that one out. Send me some info, Violet. I love it. You're always a mine of information. Um, Interesting, right? Interesting. Keep going.
Judith says, my sister and I always got new white shiny shoes, bonnets, dresses, and little purses for Easter Sunday church services. I have wonderful memories of Easter as a child with my sister and mother.
Nice, how nice. Well, with it being Samantha's birthday, she'd always have a pair of little white sandals and a new dress, and I'm not sure about the bonnets. As she got older, she didn't wear bonnets as much, but when she was a baby, of course. But we always had, something really, something nice. It was sort of the start of spring, and let me tell you, in England, it's not necessarily warm, but I would always knit her a new cardigan, and she'd always have a new dress, a spring summer dress, and if it was a cold day, we'd stay indoors. But she'd love to wear those new shoes and those new dresses. And it is a memory for me. I doubt that she would remember it, but it is a memory for me. I think somebody just went splashing into the pool. I can hear people outside playing in the pool, so that's interesting. Okay, keep going, Chris.
Maggie says, I believe church is where you honor God wherever you are.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Judith says, I don't go to church services anymore. Rosemary, I suppose you are my church service. You have helped me open to truth. I am so happy I found you.
Wow. Well, I love that idea. Thank you so very much. I always feel that these shows are sort of special. They're special for me as well because it's not just what I say to all of you. It's listening to you all, and when you share things with me, I feel as if it's not just me sharing; it's you sharing. I feel as if that we're part of each other's lives. So thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay.
Cheryl says, I put out some Giardelli chocolates at our enclosed mail building for the community. I put a free sign there and hope I made some people smile.
Oh,
I also gave a bag to the Amazon delivery driver.
I like that. That's so nice. Oh, that's a good idea. I might take that idea for myself. I might do that myself. I mean, I'm always giving out cookies and stuff like that. And you know, I'm always giving out. What I do is, here's the deal. What I really do is, when the pool guy comes to clean, or when the UPS guy comes, or what have you, I like people. I use people as guinea pigs. So I'll say, here, can try this and tell me what you think. Does it need more of this or more of that? So I use people as guinea pigs, really. But yeah, it's nice to be generous with those things. I've never thought of giving chocolates before, so I'm going to adopt that. I think that's a nice idea.
Holly says, I hope the Easter Bunny is good to you and your family.
Well, Holly, the Easter Bunny doesn't come to me really. He has been before, but this year um, I don't really want the Easter Bunny getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. But I'll be sharing. I'll be absolutely sharing whatever the Easter Bunny cares to bring Reese this year.
Violet says, yes, we have a Good Friday as the day Christ was crucified, and Sunday for the resurrection. We have Maundy, Thursday too, when the monarch gives out Maundy money.
Yeah,
It's a bank holiday.
yeah. Okay, thank you. All right.
Karen says in Canada, we have Good Friday and Boxing Day. Happy Easter and enjoy your Easter hunt. It sounds fun.
Is this our Karen, do we think?
Yes.
Well, then I want to know how many days to go. Karen is on countdown, everybody. She's she's coming to Florida. Yoo-hoo! She's coming to Florida in May for my birthday. And she keeps saying, okay, I'm on countdown. She said weeks ago I'm on countdown. So I don't know how many weeks it is now. But Karen, let us know if you're on countdown. How many weeks to go? All right, keep going, Chris.
Julia says here in the Netherlands, Easter is celebrated on Sunday and Monday. Christmas is also celebrated with 2 days as well.
Well, I like it, and don't you all agree that all of you out there who are Americans, don't you think you should have longer holidays? Because I definitely think, you know, what I mean, I know that with Samantha's here in Florida now, and it was so expensive. The tickets were so expensive, and I, I can't remember now who it was. I read about it or somebody told me. They were working out how many times over the next 5 years, if they saw their kids or their grandkids sort of twice a year, they worked out how many times they would see them over the next 5 years. And it's such little time that we have with our families when you think about it, especially if you live next door, it's easy. But if you are someone who you've got your family lives away, as Samantha and Reese live in New York, you don't get to see each other every day. We get to speak every day, but it's not the same. um, but it's just when you work out, if you're away from your family, you live far away from your family, how many days you're going to see them, and we have to make the most of the days that we can, and we have to make the most of the holidays that we have where we can go and visit each other, which is why I think that the holidays should be a little longer than they. I mean, Christmas should not be one day. In my view, Christmas should go on and on. I think the whole month of December. Not I'm suggesting you should have the whole of December off, but when you think about the amount of times you can spend quality time with your families, we should make the most of it when we can. And, so in the scheme of things, although it might be an expensive trip, there are not going to be too many of them left. So, make the most of it when you can. I'd like to know all of your opinions on that. See, this show today is all about us interacting, and I want to hear what you feel about things and the things that are important to you.
All right. Our friend Craig from the UK is on saying, good afternoon, lovely. I hope you are well.
Hi, Craig. Yes, I am.
Tammy says, it's so incredibly grateful to be here. The last time I saw you, Rosemary, was 25 years ago on Vancouver Island.
Oh my goodness me, 25 years. Yes, well, we were probably on tour there with the Eagle and the Rose at that time. Uh, I bet I've not changed a bit, have I? Not one, not one little bit. I'm looking for the grey hair. People ask me, what colour dye I use for my hair, and I actually don't. Look, see how dark it is, and it's shiny there as well. But there are some greys coming in. I say? What can I say? 25
Eric
years.
is Eric is saying happy birthday to Samantha.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I'll let her know. I think she's in the pool at the moment. Hello, sweetie pie. Hi. Come on. Oh, and look who we have here. Oh, look who we've got here. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Now, I know some of you haven't seen him for a while. But the last time he was here, he was just a baby, right? Just a little baby. So for all of you saying, "Who is this?" This is Apache. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. This is Apache, and he's living up to his name. He's a little warrior. Yes, he is, and he's so cute. This is Reese's dog, and he just turned a year old last December. So there we go, and off he goes into the pool again. All right.
All right, this is from Paula. Paula says, I'm feeling that my mom wants me to go to church, so I'm going.
Hi, Paula. I think I love the fact that you're saying I'm feeling this. It obviously means that you're connecting with your mum, and if it makes your mum happy and you can go, then why not? And you probably will get something from it. You might meet some wonderful people there. You never know what can happen in these places, and just remember, that church is not the only place you can go to worship. I know you know this. I have a feeling about you. I know you know this, Chris.
Karen says it's 5 weeks.
Okay, 5 weeks to go, Karen. Ooh. Oh, well, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I've got lots of jobs, lots of little things that we can do together. Karen is my which always helps me. So we're going to be painting the garden furniture when you come, Karen. So get ready for it. It'll only take us a few hours. It's not like I'm going to be making her work every single day while she's here. And she will have some preferences. I know she'll want. Let me see if I can guess. I was saying the guy who came to do the bugs was here yesterday, and I finished making a tiramisu for Samantha's birthday because it's one of her favourites. And I said, "Let me put this away before you start spraying." He said, "Oh, that looks good." And I was telling him how when people come to visit me, Karen, you'll know this, and Violet, you'll know this. People come and they come with their requests. This is what I want. Some people want bacon sandwiches. Some people want, I know that's one of Karen's. You want bacon sandwiches. Not every day, but maybe the first day or two, and then the last day or two that you're here, we'll have bacon sandwiches. Because I do make, I don't know why I do it, but I make the best bacon sandwiches ever. I have no idea why. And let's see. Oh, we're going to make, Reese and I are making ice cream later on. He wants chocolate, and he wants chocolate with bits of chocolate in it. We can manage that, I think. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that. And so Violet, I'm waiting for your requests as well. Okay, keep going, Chris.
Tammy says, you look the exact same. Truly so happy to be here. Thank
Oh,
you. I'm a bit emotionally and I'm so silly.
no, 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 please don't. You're not being silly. It's just so lovely, isn't it? It's whether you're watching a movie on a show. We started watching Twins yesterday. We put it on for Reese. I turn around, I'm halfway through the movie, and my daughter and my grandson are laid on the sofa sound asleep. So this morning we watched the rest of it, and it comes to the part. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and it's a funny movie. And there's a part where they're joined together with the mother, and it's happening. I've seen this movie so many times, but still the tears come. You feel that emotional tug when people sort of come together after a long time, and you can feel the emotion. So please do not feel silly because it's emotional for me as well. I love it. I really love that you all find me, that you watch, that we can join together and talk together. I love that. So don't. Which reminds me, in May we are going to be having our seminar. We're going to be having a definite seminar with messages, and we're also going to see if we can figure out a Grey Eagle Speaks. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's basically when Grey Eagle takes over the entire seminar and gives us words of wisdom, and people are able to ask him questions, and it's a phenomenal thing. So we're going to be doing those couple of things in May. We haven't sorted out the dates yet, but we're hoping to do those things in May. So keep your ears tuned and keep checking my website, which is rosemaryaltea.com. Just go www.rosemaryaltea.com. You'll find the website. In the meantime, I'm just as thrilled and emotional as you are, my sweetheart. That after 20, where have you been for 25 years? Why suddenly now? I think it's wonderful. It doesn't matter why. It's you. You did it. We did it. Okay, Chris.
Judith says because of separation of church and state, legislators could only debate this idea as another name, like rest day. So that had to do with you wanting to elongate holiday times.
Here's the deal with church and state. When they want to do something, find a way to go around it to get it done, don't they? When we, the ordinary little public want something, they put up all sorts of barriers. You can't do it for this reason or that reason or whatever. People want to do it, they'll come together and they'll do it. I do know what you mean, Judith. I thank you for saying that. But I think that, when the politicians want to get something done, or when the Pope or the priests or the ministers, they'll find a way. They will find a way, and they get things done when they want it. How about we want it, so get it done for us? Forget that. I know what you're saying, but really. All right, keep going. Keep going. We're not going to get into political arguments today. It's Easter Saturday.
Lorraine says, enjoy your daughter and grandson and puppy dog. Happy Easter. Oh my, Apache got so big.
I
I
know.
I agree. Church is where you want it to be. Every time you converse and pray, you are near God.
That's right. I feel that, just getting up out of bed in the morning, it takes me ages to get out of bed in the morning, but I just feel, from the moment I wake till the moment I wake again, it's like, even through my sleep state, somehow or another, God is touching us. God is with us. Somehow or another, that God force surrounds us. And I just feel so blessed. I don't have to go any particular place to find my church. I feel that my church is all around me. I just have to reach out to, and there it is. Um, I do feel very sad for those people who lose their, let's say they lose their faith so easily, or they lose their faith in human nature, or they lose their faith in God so easily. That cake didn't, my cake burned, or I didn't get to do the thing I really wanted to do. I've lost my faith in human nature, and really, I feel so sorry for those people who lose their faith so easily, because life life isn't about us and doing what we like or what we don't like. Life is about living and learning and growing through the adversities. And God gives us these lessons to learn. The life gives us these lessons to learn. So what? We didn't get to see that movie. So what? My friends didn't turn up. So what? There are disappointments every day of everybody's lives. So what? So move forward. Uh, you know, this all of the I hear people say it a lot these days, and I get it. We've had COVID and we've had all this, but move on, moving on. Yes, well, life doesn't give us what we want all of the time. Life gives us disappointments a lot of the time. But these disappointments are a life lessons to us, and we learn and we grow from them. So, you know, so when I hear somebody say, "Oh, that didn't work out. I've lost my faith in human nature. That should have never happened." Blah blah blah. Get a grip and get a life and move on and find the things that are working for you. Find the things that are good for you to do. Find the things that you do enjoy. I'm listening. I don't know if you can hear this. Somebody must have turned up. There's barking and growling. Goodness knows what going on out there.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Well, yeah, yes, it does, and I'm off to join them. So, okay, keep going.
All right. Mark says, I have my weekly spiritual service in my home every week, celebrating love, joy, and peace. I share this with a longtime friend of 50 years, and it's ever powerful.
Oh, Mark, I love that idea. I love that idea. That's so nice. That's so nice. We now I call it having a girls' night or having a dinner party or something. Same thing, really, right? In a way, except you're obviously devoting the time that you have. You're devoting that to your beliefs, your belief systems. You're sharing with someone else those belief systems. I think that's wonderful. It reminds me, I told you there's no story coming today, but once upon a time when I was a Sunday school teacher. Um, I would be 14, something like that. But from the age of about 12, 13 to 16, 17 or so, uh, every week, once a week, we would meet. We being my church, the elders of the church, the other Sunday school teachers. We would meet once a week, and it was sort of a social. We make it into a social event, but we talk about the different things that we wanted to do with the kids in Sunday school. We talk about the things that were happening in the church, and it was a chance for me to get to know the elders of the church better as well. And I remember, rain, snow, hail, or sunshine, whatever it was, I would walk to this particular house. At one time, it was fairly close to us. It was sort of next to the church. There was a house which we called the manse, which belonged to the church, and the minister of the church and his family lived in that house, and they would have their meetings there. But then when that wasn't possible, that one of the other elders of the church would have the meeting at their house, and it meant walking a good 40 half hour to 40 minutes. But it was no hardship whatsoever, and we had a wonderful time, and then we walked back. And as I've said, snow, hail, rain, or sunshine, and we're talking about England, so there was quite a bit of rain, but it was just one of those things that we used to do and we used to enjoy doing. And I would say that those nights were as enjoyable as the church services themselves. So, yeah, good for you, Mark. I like that idea.
Violet says, my request, crab. Do you remember the day you made crab cakes and we were surrounded by hundreds of terrifying giant birds which decided to visit? It had Hitchcock vibes.
I do remember that. Yes, we had crab cakes. They were made from lump crab meat, which is, it's not the crab meat that you get in cans. Let me tell you. And it's sort of we have these birds. They're sort of like a pelican type of thing. They're huge, huge, tall, tall birds, and they're grey with sort of blackish streaks around their eyes. Their beaks are massive. They're huge things, and they come walking along the on the edge of the lake, and they're very slow and laborious, and they just ba-dum, ba-dum, But anyway, this particular day, I'd forgotten all about that. I'd forgotten all about that, Violet. But this particular day, yes, I'd got all of the doors were open, all the windows were open, and we were eating outside. And I was cooking these crab cakes, and uh, even even before we went outside to eat, these birds started to come upon us, and we were outside. These birds, I mean, birds have they have a great sense of smell. You wouldn't think birds would be able to smell, would you? But no, birds have a great sense of smell, and these things had smelled those lump crab cakes, and they came a running. Yeah, I forgot about them. I don't know how many there were, but there were a lot of them. And they are quite, actually, they're beautiful looking. They're very majestic, but they're quite lethal. The beaks look, they're quite lethal. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of one of those beaks, but yes, they were just after the crab cakes. But we ate them all. Do you remember, Violet? We ate them all, and that was that. So is that your one request? That's it. There are lots of other things you can have as well. So I'm expecting requests coming in. All right, keep going, Chris.
William is on. Hello, all. This is
Hi, William.
William from Michigan. Rosemary, your
Yes.
work changed my life. Thank
Oh,
you.
no, 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 William. No, you can't just, you can't, William, you can't just say that. We all want to know what happened. How? Come on, William. Get on with it. Fill us in. Tell us more. We want to know, don't we? We all want to know what happened, William, that changed your life so much. So come on, dish it out for us. Okay. In the meantime, while we're waiting for William, uh, anything else going on there, Chris?
There was a conversation yesterday that someone asked me to ask you since they couldn't be on today. And I'm trying to recall exactly how it went. It had to do with something written in the Bible about when you die, there's no more weeping and wailing and feeling those types of emotions. And the person wanted to know, is that true? Do you feel anything when you pass? Still, regrets, joy, sadness. Do you feel any of
Okay, I've
that?
got it. I've got it. Okay. Yes, we do. I don't agree with the no more weeping and wailing thing. I have spoken to, oh gosh, so many. Dare I even say thousands? It must have been thousands of people in the spirit world, and there is so much joy and so much love. It is true, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place to be, and I've never heard anyone say other than it is beautiful here. Never ever heard anyone say other than that. However, remember, we're able to see our loved ones. We're able to watch them. We're able to watch them as they grow, as they learn. We're able to watch them as they stumble, as they fall. And as we're watching them, there is sometimes frustration, like you wouldn't believe. Why are they doing that again? They're making the same mistake again. What's going on here? Um, I think that if we are in pain, I have a very very good, close friend at the moment who is in tremendous pain, and she's getting signs from her family, from the spirit world, to let her know that things will work out. It'll be okay at the end of the day, so on. But uh, that doesn't stop the tears. And I know that her family are very sad for her. And, sort of when our loved ones here on this earth are in pain, those in the spirit world they're also in pain, or they're frustrated, or they're worried for us. There is no more weeping and wailing for themselves on their own personal behalf because they have no more aches and pains. If they died of cancer, the cancer's all gone. They have no more physical pains, no more physical ailments, but emotionally, as they watch us grow, as they watch us as we learn, as they watch us when we make our mistakes again, and the same mistakes again, as they're watching all of that, there's a lot of pain and a lot of frustration, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff going on because they love us. So they're going to, they're going to worry for us, even if they know the result, even if they know the end result is the same. Look, if if my grandson is in pain, I'm in pain. If my daughter's in pain, I'm in pain. If they're in emotional pain, I'm in emotional pain. So it's no different once we leave this earth. They feel our pain, they feel our emotions, and I've had a few people in the spirit world sort of show me their frustrations. Why did she do it again? Why won't she learn? Why won't he listen? And excuse me,
Oh,
sorry about
bless you.
that, sneezing away. Um, and why, why? And so the frustration level is there too. We're all human beings having a spiritual experience. No, wait a minute. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience in a spiritual way, and that's regardless of whether we're here on this earth plane or whether we're in the spirit world. We are When we're in the spirit world, we know what it's like to be human. We've experienced that. Now we're living in we're living in our spiritual body. We still know what it feels like to have the aches and pains of the physical body, but we mostly know the aches and pains emotionally, and we know the traumas and hurts and so on that our families have to go through. So, yeah. Is there any weeping and wailing? Yes, there is. Believe you me, life continues on. Keep going, Chris.
All right, William answered you.
Okay.
I was 30 years old, struggling. I read your book and your guidance and imagery. It gave me a whole new language. I've seen spirits and energy my whole life. A friend gave me your book and I was never the same. I now have words to express my feelings and thoughts because your existence and experience was shared.
Oh, well, William, I love that. And I have a feeling, I don't need to tell you this, but I have a feeling that we have to pay it forward, and I think you do. So I think that, yes, my life was changed by my experiences. I pass it on, I share it. Through that, other people's lives are changed. That through my experiences, and then they have their own experiences, and then they share it, which is wonderful. And I think that that's what we all of us should do. I don't think we should ever be afraid to share the experiences that we have, the feelings that we have, um, with kindness, with gentleness, and with love. Remember that Grey Eagle always tells us your world needs gentleness. Okay,
One
Chris.
last question from Mark. Do our long lost grandparents still look out for us? They've been gone so long, or have they moved on?
No, I was actually talking just the other day to a great, 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 I think it was a third generation back. No, they're still around if they choose to be. It's up to them. If they choose to be around, they will be around. Next question, Chris.
No more questions. A couple of comments. One
Hold
from
on, hold
Rhonda.
on, hold on 1 second. Things just switched me off again. So, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
This is from Rhonda. I had to take my little kitty to the vet this morning, so I just stopped in to say hello and have a good weekend.
Let us know how the kitty does, shall you? Please, we'd like to hear. Okay, Chris, anything else?
No, you're right at time, Rosemary.
Okie dokie. Well, all right, everyone. Well, I've enjoyed the show today. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. We did have that little bit of a story there, didn't we? And I really do enjoy hearing from you all. So please feel free to write me to let me know. Rosemary at rosemaryaltea.com. Go to the website www.rosemaryaltea.com or something like that. I think it is. And watch out for our upcoming webinars. We'll let you know as soon as we have the dates. In the meantime, everybody, thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to Chris. And also, last but by no means least, thanks to Grey Eagle. Hello, Apache. He's coming again. Come on, then. Do you want to come on? Oh, say bye bye, everybody. Say bye bye, everybody. Say happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. That's what we're having. So until I see you again, everybody, please, please, please have a very, very blessed rest of the weekend, everybody. Have a very blessed rest of the day. Bye bye. Say bye bye.